Previously on Space Engineers, the Val Saga.
My creators named me the Artificially Intelligent Management Entity, or AMI.
Artificially intelligent? There isn't supposed to be such a thing.
They said I was the first.
I think we can work together towards our common survival. Alright, Engineer's Log, Sol 38. I've been doing quite a lot of work around the base. One of the main things I wanted to do after getting our basic needs down is get some place set up for me. And so I've set up a simple little quarters, a place to sleep, kitchen set up, a little bath, space toilet, some water, and as you can see I've got some gravity set up at a low 0.4 G, just to keep my feet on the ground. But I'm having a darn difficult time getting this air vent to pressurize this room. It keeps saying that it's not pressurized, but I swear I've got every little part that's exposed sealed off. Assuming that conveyor there that it's connected to is also sealing. But I just don't know what else to do at this point. But I've been doing a lot of work. Now that I know I've got Amy helping me, I've set her up a little bit. Let's go take a look at that. So you can see it's down here, my quarters at the end of the hallway. Here's our main staircase up to the exit, main cargo area. I've kind of designated some spots where we'll have some large cargo containers. Let's get our spotlight on here. Some large cargo containers and some large hydrogen tanks. We got our drop down below, med bay, and over here I've set up a command station to really give Amy the proper computing resources to allow her to really help me do everything I need to do. You can see her readouts are displaying our summary of components and ingots and reactor power readouts, and she's been piloting the mining ship, doing a pretty darn good job of it. We've identified within the local asteroid cluster here at least one of each resource. So, we're doing okay. You can see I've got some projector previews here. I'm going to be making a small ship here, a welding ship, and I think this is what I'm going to be building. We're going to be doing it down in the construction bay. But, in the next logical step, I think, is to try and build a communications array. Amy, since I know you're listening to this log, what do you think?
Yes, I agree. A communication array will be needed if we are to find rescue, or even to determine our location. However, we should proceed with caution as this asteroid belt appears to contain passing ships.
Alright, well, I definitely agree we need to be cautious. And, I think there's just no other way about it. We have to contact someone to get rescued, because it's going to take us quite a long time to be able to construct a ship capable of getting us out of this system, finding rescue. So the only other real way is to get rescued. So I think I'm going to try and find a place where we can set up a transceiver, and we'll get building. I may end up having to construct this welding ship first, because all the components necessary to build this big array are going to be quite impressive. But luckily with all these computing resources, Amy can definitely help. Should be able to analyze the rest of the engineering database and decompress all the blueprints available. So we got lots of designs of ships available as we need them. So I'm gonna get looking to that, and I'll make another log once I get some free time. Alright, recording? I think so. Continued log entry. We are about to start making a transceiver. You can see here is our hangar bay, little hangar bay, kind of in darkness. Starting to build a blast shield, blast doors. I'll make that extended across, and a little more to the left as needed. But right now I want to show where I've kind of decided to build our deep space transceiver. So you can see it's kind of in this little valley here, right behind the main entryway, but it's not sticking up out of the asteroid any crazy amount. It looks like once it's completed, it'll be kind of the similar color, and depending on where you're looking from, you won't even be able to see it, in a certain angle, and it'll get a good view of the sky as the asteroid rotates around. I think we'll be alright. Set up a little platform here, and as you can see by this light here, I do have it connected to the station. I was able to dig down through here and connect to a block right at the top of our main entryway, where I created my first sliding door right above the mining area. And we can watch that this light will go away when I break this block down here. And the thing is still attached to ground in other places. Yep. Boom, there we go. And that's the block it's attached to right there. Barely sticking out of the ground. So I'm not making any breaches. Well, I'm going to go ahead and fix this. Like so. And we'll get to work. I've also went ahead and produced some upgraded tools using the more advanced components from our assemblers. So now we've got some level 3 elite tools all the way around. But to construct this bad boy, you can see I got the frame in. It's going to take a lot. 150 radio communication components. And those things are heavy. So that's why I think I want to get building our welding ship first. And we need more stuff in general. So Amy's gonna keep doing some mining. I'm gonna get working on this, and we'll be running the assemblers and refineries for a while, I'm sure. Alright, I'll be back to show some progress updates to the recording in a little while. Alright, I think the camera is recording my heads-up display now. I've gone ahead and created the radio communication components we need for the deep space transceiver, over 150 of them, but they are massive. I had to put them in their own cargo container here because just how large they're, just like the large steel tubes, thrusters, steel plates, and reactor components as well. Here are reactor components. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble that welding ship that we had the preview of. First, over here I'm going to use our large construction bay, and I've got the preview. It's a small ship here, so we've got the preview going, got it adjusted, and we'll go ahead and lay the first few blocks from the projector that'll allow us to begin putting it together. There we go. So we'll build up this way. And I'm going to begin the process. I'll be back when we're done. Alright, there we go. I think I'm complete with it. The projector says all the components are there. I've upgraded the welders to twin welders. And that's about it. I've left the default ore detector. This ship doesn't really need an ore detector. And you can see it's kind of a similar design as my initial mining ship, right? Same kind of idea. Got some extra connectors on it. And I'm using the sloped armor blocks just to give it the nicer look there. Kind of all built in. Got the remote control up front here with the camera. Antenna sticking out the back. But yeah, I think that's it. I could put some landing gear on it, but I don't really need it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and put some uranium in it, charge up the batteries, and we'll use it to get building our detector array, antenna array. Alright, that went surprisingly well. Nice and easy with the welding ship. There we go, we've got it all together. Amy, do you read an active connection?
Yes, I do. Synchronizing with the array's computer systems now.
Excellent. Let's go ahead and start your reception. Go ahead and look for any signals, and you can start your official survey.
Calibration in progress.
I'm going to continue work on the base while that gets underway.
We do not have sufficient power generation to enable transmission, but we can receive and use the optical telescope.
Okay, well I guess that's expected for the dish to take that much power if it's going to transmit long distances. I guess our next objective then is to ramp up our power generation. It was going to be inevitable anyway.
The transceiver will require considerable reactor capacity. At least 2 large reactors. Just a moment, I am picking up a weak signal already.
Really? Why didn't the station's antenna pick up a signal already?
It appears to be coming from outside our station's antenna range, however it is still relatively close to us. The signal appears to be a standard SOS distress call.
Okay, Amy, go ahead and show me on my HUD where this is at.
On your HUD now.
Okay. Well, based on these readings, it is pretty close. We should decide what to do about this. We should probably investigate. Make sure no one's injured, and if they are, we can help them.
If so, I must encourage caution. The distress signal is not using any standard Star Federation frequencies or encryption.
Yes, I definitely agree that we should be cautious. You never know, it could be pirate bait. But I think the benefits outweigh the risks. It's not too far. And, you know, we can make a shuttlecraft, some kind of vessel, to go and take any survivors.
Or, possible salvage. Perhaps I should first construct and pilot a long-distance drone to investigate.
No, I don't think you can just take a probe, unfortunately. If there is anyone injured inside a ship, I'll need to be there to, you know, take them out. move them onto the rescue pod. Or really, I think we should make a little shuttle. That shouldn't take too long to construct. We could even retrofit one of our existing utility crafts. But I think with the facilities we have in place already, we could construct one pretty quickly. Let me look through our blueprints and see what I can come up with. Alright, that should just about do it. Started my live recording again. We definitely want a shuttle. We need something that can carry some people and possibly some cargo, whether that's supplies there, medical supplies, water, food, maybe some extra uranium, or salvage back. And so definitely we're going with a shuttle. And so I think I've selected this one. I really like this design. It's called the Kestrel, and it's quite expandable. We can add to it. We can expand how many reactors are there, how many types of thrusters, and go up in the types of thrusters. And it's kind of modular on the inside to some degree, but it's not to say, you know, a large ship that's going to be able to get us out of the system. We're not anywhere near being able to make the resources for such a ship yet. And even if we did, we don't have warp fuel to power a jump drive, so, you know, that's kind of hopeless. But we can go potentially rescue some people in need, or, you know, get some salvage. And this will work as a good hauler for me, transport ship, whether that's people or goods, to pretty much anywhere I'll need to go. So, what do you think, Amy?
The design is more than sufficient for any of our immediate needs.
Do you think you can go ahead and monitor the blueprints and give me a layout of the resources required, components needed, and kind of see what we don't have and start constructing all that, make sure we're ready to go? And I'll go get to work on building it with the welding ship.
Very well, I shall do as you ask.
Excellent. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go get started.